ATL.GA faithful, my people. I am the Douglas Carter, back on the scene doing my thing, and I just want to say I appreciate you and the work that you do. So, first off, let me just say, man, that was a terrible loss against the Aints. I want to kind of unpack some stuff. Y'all stick with me. You know, I try to do a lot of my stuff like unscripted, so sometimes I got to pause and think, you know, for a second. But I go by ATL.GA Faithful because I'm faithful. I'm faithful in my team. And anybody who is a real live Falcons fan knows the struggle and knows how hard it is to watch this team at times, okay? There was a time period where I would just kind of periodically check in on the score, and if we were winning, my first thought is like, how are we gonna blow this? How are we gonna let them get back in the game? And I don't like to think like that. I'm more of a glass half full than a glass half empty. So I listen to 92.9, The Game, just about every day on my way to work and back. And, you know, they're talking about, what team do you think this Atlanta Falcons team is? Do you think it's like the team that played good for the first three quarters? You know, the team that got 4 sacks, got a fumble, and put up some points? Or are the Falcons more the team that showed up in the fourth quarter where it was like a total collapse? We let the Aints score a touchdown in like 4 plays in like a minute and some change off the clock. And Jameis Winston, you know, he was kind of hurt a little bit, but he came back in and just started pinning and dialing it up, you know. For some reason, it seemed like we were playing a soft zone, trying to keep everything in front of us, and that just ate us alive, which it always does. Everybody says, you know, prevent defense prevents you from winning. And this is something that I've seen year after year after year with the Atlanta Falcons. We look good, we build up a good lead, and then we lean back and try to play not to lose instead of playing to win and putting our foot down on somebody's neck, as the saying goes, keeping your foot on the pedal. We take it off, and what happens when you do that, you let the quarterback get in a rhythm, because all you're trying to do, you're actually saying, you can have this little stuff in front of me, I'm just not going to let you get a big play. But what happens is they start making completions. Now they start feeling themselves. Now the receivers are feeling it, the quarterback's feeling it, the offensive line, the coaches, everybody's feeling it, because they're making progress. They're getting first downs. And now the defense starts to get more on their heels, because the momentum switches and changes. And it's a story that Atlanta Falcon fans have seen too often, okay? We got a new regime, a new head coach in Arthur Smith, a new GM in Terry Fontenot, and a lot of new players. We all know about the Super Bowl collapse. Quick story about that. I mean, I was super sick. Was watching the game. We decided to take shots every time Atlanta scored. And probably was sipping on a brew, you know, in between. So we scored a bunch of points. I had a bunch of shots. And then to actually watch that comeback happen, I mean, it made me physically sick. I mean, the shots probably didn't help, but I did not go to work the next day. And everybody at my job knows how big of a Falcons fan I am. And nobody even said anything to me. But I'm sure that happened a lot with that. This Aints game, it was eerily similar. Of course, not a Super Bowl, not big stakes, not our Super Bowl, but it's the first game of the year out the gate, and we got the Aints coming into the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and we were dominating, and then we just handed the game to them. It's like they won the game, but it's more like we gave them the game to win. Then, to make situations worse, insult to injury, I see that in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, the Aints fans pretty much took over the stadium, standing on top of tables. One Aints guy got in a fight with the Falcons fan and started busting them up. And then the other Falcons fan tried to like grab him and break it up. And the Aints guys, they threw him to the ground and were holding him down and were punching him and kicking him in the head. I mean, it was pretty sick to see, pretty disturbing to see. So not only did we blow the lead and lose the game, Falcons fans got beat up literally by Saints fans. Nobody likes to see that, and I don't promote violence or anything like that on my channel. It was disturbing to see, but it happened. And so Arthur Smith and Terry Fontenot, they want fans to come out to the stadium. They want fans to come support the team. And I haven't been to a game in a long time, because when I go to the game and I pay my hard-earned money to see my team, I don't want to go and be feeling good for 3.5 quarters and then watch my team totally collapse and lose the game. You know, it's not a good look. So I watched the Aints game, was feeling good until when Mariota fumbled in the red zone. I was like, okay. I was like, this is not good. I was like, here we go. And I was like, how are we going to blow this lead again? So then I believe after that, we hung in there and we got a turnover. Or let's see, maybe we had got the fumble recovery, Rashaan Evans, and we were driving, and then Mariota fumbled, and we didn't get any points off of that turnover. I think that's what happened. So that makes it worse, because our defense forces a fumble, gets a turnover, and we get no points. Okay, and then they get it, and I think they score or did something. Settling for field goals. You got to score down in the red zone. Cordero Patterson, he had an awesome game. He was running over people. Drake London, he had an awesome game. He was trucking people. Didn't see too much of Kyle Pitts, which was like a head scratcher for me. When we did get down in the red zone, we chose to throw to Hesse, and we chose to throw to Ferkser. And I don't know if the play was designed to go to them or if that was just a read Mariota made. But to me, when we get down there, why aren't we throwing jump balls to Pitts? Why aren't we throwing jump balls to Drake London? Brian Edwards, you know, we got some receivers that can make plays, Olamide Zaccheaus, but we're choosing our big tight ends who, if they do catch it, they're not going to do much after the catch. So that's a little disturbing. I want to ask y'all a question here. We know that Younghoe Koo got his field goal blocked that could have won the game. If you think he would have made that 63-yard field goal, drop a comment and put a 1. If you think he would have missed it, because that's a long field goal. If you think he would have missed it and we would have lost anyway, put a 2. I just want to kind of see where y'all think Koo is, if y'all think he's that clutch to hit a 63-yard field goal as time expires. I think he had a good shot to hit it, but the turnovers, Olamide Zaccheaus makes a big catch, makes a big play, and then fumbles. I mean, that hurt. Of course, Marcus Mariota's fumble, that hurt. And then when it's 3rd and 1 and we fumble the exchange, that hurt. So I want to ask y'all a question about Marcus Mariota and who we think he is, because I'm pulling for the guy. I'm pulling for everybody on my team. You know, I think Mariota should have started, and I think Ritter should sit there and learn. And I like Ritter. I mocked him in the draft, and I'm glad he's on our team. I think he's going to be a real good quarterback. But Marcus Mariota, who do we think he is? I mean, what we saw against the Aints? Is that who Marcus Mariota is? A good scrambling quarterback, can make some plays with his feet, can complete some passes sometimes, but it's like 50-50. Like if everything doesn't go right for him, then he just has an average game. And does he freeze up in crunch time? Because I haven't watched his whole career, but I did, see some of it, and it seems like he's a pretty good quarterback, but he kind of makes the wrong decisions sometimes and costs the team the game, in critical situations, and that's what happened. So I'm hoping that's not who he is. Y'all let me know what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all think Mariota is what he is what we saw? Sometimes he'll do good, but he'll mess up in critical situations. Or do you think that maybe he can revitalize his career and he can clean up some of that stuff and make better decisions and better manage the game to give his team a chance to win? The verdict is still out on me. I'm not sure. Like, I want him to clean it up, but that was disheartening to see him make those two critical errors. When I understand you're trying to fight and get yards, and sliding is kind of a tricky thing. Like he said in the interview, sometimes you slide and you can get hurt worse because you kind of expose yourself to people coming in trying to clean your clock. So I understand that aspect, but two, you got to know you already got the first down and you got to slide. He said he wasn't sure where he was on the field. I mean, you got to know where you are on the field, and I know everybody makes mistakes, and that's fine. We got to clean it up. He should have slid. He should have never fumbled. We should have got some points there. And then he said himself, he got too excited and tried to cheat the snap and pulled out too soon, pulled out too quick, and that cost us right there. Do I think we should have went for it on fourth down? Yes. It's been floated around that like nobody knew if, the players didn't know what they were doing. They were kind of waiting for a call. I don't know if Arthur Smith knew what he was doing, if he wanted to go for it or not, but we got delayed game, so that makes your choice for you. You just have to punt it at that point, but we knew the Saints was going to come down there and kick a field goal, and Buddy made it. So, and then I do also think that I feel like the refs were pretty lenient with us. I feel like they kept trying to give us chances to win the game, and we just ended up giving it away. The Kyle Pitts play, I'm pretty sure that was a fumble. There was some other calls that, kind of extended plays, and then at the end of the game, we got a call to try to get a field goal to win it, and it got blocked. So it's like, man, the end of that game made me really sick. It made me question, oh, can I really watch this team anymore? Because I don't want to be mad. I don't want to be sad. I don't want to be frustrated. I want to be happy and proud of my team. So after a few days, to think about it, it's like, well, really, I can't stop watching my team because it's my team. It's been my team for over 30 years. I was hyped when we made it to our first Super Bowl against Denver, and we got waxed in that Super Bowl, but that was a fun squad to watch. I was definitely hyped, when Matt Ryan and them made it to the Super Bowl, and we all know what happened there. So, I mean, it's been rough as a fan, but I can't quit my team. It's just not in my blood. It's not in my nature. It's not who I am. So I'm like ride or die with my team no matter what. Even if we go 0-17, I'm still gonna ride or die with my team, and that's just how I am. Probably loyal to a fault, but it is what it is. I was trying to think of some other topics and points I wanted to go ahead and make. I know this video is kind of long, but I'm just trying to unpack, and I hope y'all drop some comments and tell me y'all's thoughts. The coaching, we could go back and forth on that. I say I give Arthur Smith and Terry Fontenot 3 years. Next year we'll have some cap room, and let's see if we can bring in some championship pedigree players like Terrence Mathis talking about on Bird Talk. You got to have players that's been there, that's done that, and know how to finish games. That's the thing. It's like we still don't know how to finish games, and it's been that way for a long time. I mean, we'll finish some of them, but like important ones, we ain't finishing, and we got to figure out a way to fix that. All the players played hard. They played their best. Shout out to all the Atlanta Falcons players. Got nothing but love for them, and we just got to keep fighting. Just like they say, it's one game. There's a bunch more games to be played, but do y'all think we can beat the Super Bowl championship Rams at their stadium, at SoFi Stadium? It's going to be tough. I think the Falcons can beat them. I don't know if the Falcons will beat them, but for our fan base and for the regime and the players, man, I hope they get a win. I mean, they really need to go out there and handle their business. We all know Aaron Donald is a beast, but we're gonna have to figure out a way to get that win. If we lose and we go to 0-2, you know, there'll be 15 more games, or you know how many ever games there is. It's a long season and anything can happen, but we got to see less errors in crucial moments, because you know these games come down to, you know, a handful of plays. It goes this way, it goes that way. It's the difference between winning the game. Football is a game of inches, you know what I'm saying? We got to play 4 quarters, you know, we got to be smart. We got to score in the red zone. That's something that still kills us. Although we did good, Mariota snuck one in there, and CP, you know, he just like carried the Aints team on his back and got in there. But yeah, we need more, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all think it's like a must win against these Rams? Do y'all think we have a chance to beat the Rams? I say we do, and I say we need it. We need it bad. But anyway, that's kind of my thoughts on the game, how it played out. Me being a fan of the Falcons for life, and the upcoming game against the Rams. Now we know the Bills waxed the Rams, so the Rams are going to be mad. They're going to be pissed off. Like Grady Jarrett said, they don't care if we sulking, if we lost the game by 1 point to the Aints. They don't care about that. They're coming out to try to bust heads, and everybody on the Falcons team better come out trying to bust heads the same for 4 quarters. The coaches, this is the other thing I wanted to say. I would much rather lose going for things and blitzing than the conservative BS that we keep seeing when we have a lead. If we're blitzing and we're getting there and it's working and we're up and it's in the 4th quarter, you keep blitzing, you keep working, then you get another sack, you get another turnover. You don't let the other team get in the rhythm and get the momentum. 4th downs and manageable, critical moments, we got to go for it. Hey, if you go for it and we don't get it, then hey, at least you know you went for it. You know what I'm saying? It's gut check. You know what I'm saying? You went for it, you lost, okay. But not going for it, doing this passive stuff and this, you know, conservative and, you know, trying not to lose, we can't have that. Arthur Smith, we can't have that. Terry Fontenot, we can't have that. We just got to go all in. We know it's a young team. I think the fans would be more understanding if we just go for it, even if it seems crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's how we are. I mean, if we're going to lose, we might as well lose going all in and not lose trying not to lose. You see what I'm saying? All right. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Hey, press that like if you like my thoughts. Subscribe. I'm trying to get my subs up. Y'all can help me with that. Definitely leave a comment. I like to chop it up. I don't know if I said comment or likes, but whatever, likes help my videos get more like playtime or show up on people's like algorithms or whatever you call it. Like it pops up more the more likes I get. So do your boy a favor, hit the like, hit the sub. I'll be here all year with the Falcons and we'll be chopping it up. All right, man, I'm gonna end this video like I end all my videos. Thank God it works, and I hope you have a blessed rest of your night or day. 1.